कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जनावल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजना यशोदानंदना ब्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजना यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजना यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तनम की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। शील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतः पदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरतुषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So today we are studying from the Canto 4 of Srimad Bhagavatam, Chapter 25, text number 5. Kindly repeat after me. Raja Uvacha Na Janami Mahabhaga Param Karma Pavidhi Bruhi Me Vimalam Jnanam Yena Muchyeya Karmabhi. Raja Uvacha Na Janami Mahabhaga Param Karma Pavidhi Bruhi Me Vimalam Jnanam Yena Muchyeya Karmabhi. Raja Uvacha Na Janami Mahabhaga Param Karma Pavidhi Bruhi Me Vimalam Jnanam Yena Muchyeya Karmabhi. Raja Uvacha Param Karma Pavidhi Vaishnavis. Word to word, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Word to word translation. Raja Uvacha. The king replied, Na, not. Janami, I know. Mahabhaga, O great soul. Param, transcendental. Karma, by fruitive activities. Apavidha, being pierced. Dhi, my intelligence. Bruhi, please tell. Me, to me. Vimalam, spotless. Jnanam, knowledge. Yena, by which. Muchyeya, I can get relief. Karma bihi, from the fruitive activities. Translation. The king replied, O great soul, Narada, my intelligence is entangled in fruitive activities. Therefore, I do not know the ultimate goal of life. Kindly instruct me in pure knowledge so that I can get out of the entanglement of fruitive activities. Kindly repeat. The king replied, O great soul, Narada, my intelligence is entangled in fruitive activities. Therefore, I do not know the ultimate goal of life. Kindly instruct me in pure knowledge so that I can get out of the entanglement of fruitive activities. Purport. Srila Narottam Das Thakur has sung, Satsang chhadi kainu asate vilas, te karane lagil ye karma bandha phas. As long as a person is entangled in fruitive activities, he is bound to accept one body after another. This is called karma bandha phas, entanglement in fruitive activities. It does not matter whether one is engaged in pious or impious activities, for both are causes for entanglement in material bodies. By pious activities, one can take birth in a rich family and get a good education and a beautiful body. But this does not mean that the distresses of life are ultimately eliminated. In the Western countries, it is not unusual for one to take birth in a rich aristocratic family, nor is it unusual for one to have a good education and a very beautiful body. But this does not mean that the Westerners are free from the distresses of life. Although at the present moment the younger generation in Western countries has sufficient education, beauty and wealth, and although there is enough food, clothing and facilities for sense gratification, they are in distress. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Ji ki Jai. Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maiya ki Jai. Shri Shri Gaunitai ki Jai. Indeed, they are so distressed that they become hippies, and the laws of nature force them to accept a wretched life. Thus they go about unclean and without shelter or food, and they are forced to sleep in the street. It can be concluded that one cannot become happy by simply performing pious activities. It is not a fact that those who are born with a silver spoon in their mouth are free from the material miseries of birth, old age, disease and death. The conclusion is that one cannot be happy by simply executing pious or impious activities. Such activities simply cause entanglement and transmigration from one body to another. Narottama Das Thakur calls this karma bandha phas. King Prachina Bharishad admitted this fact and frankly asked Narad Muni how he could get out of this karma bandha phas, entanglement and fruitive activities. This is actually the stage of knowledge indicated in the first verse of Vedanta Sutra, Athato Brahma Jigyasa. When one actually reaches the platform of frustration in an attempt to discharge karma bandha pass, he inquires about the real value of life, which is called Brahma Jigyasa. In order to inquire about the ultimate goal of life, the Vedas, Mundaka Upanishad 11 to 12, enjoin Tad Vijnanartham Sagurum Eva Vigachet. In order to understand the transcendental science, one must approach a bona fide spiritual master. King Prachina Bharishat found the best spiritual master, Narad Muni, and he therefore asked him about that knowledge by which one can get out of the entanglement of karma bandha bhas, fruitive activities. This is the actual business of human life. Jivasya tattva jigyasa nartho yascheha karma bihi. As stated in the second chapter of the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam 1 to 10, a human being's only business is inquiring from a bona fide spiritual master about extrication from the entanglement of karma bandha bhas. Hare Krishna. So I seek the blessings of all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis to speak something in line with the parampara as per the teachings of Srila Prabhupada, for my own purification, for the pleasure of their lordships, and for the pleasure of all the Vaishnavas assembled. I especially seek the blessings of Anandmay Prabhu and all so many senior Vaishnavas who are here to speak something worthy. It is not my qualification to sit on this Vyasasana. It is only the causeless mercy of the great souls who have given this divine knowledge, as here Prachina Varishad is saying, Vimalam Jnanam, pure knowledge. This knowledge actually can take the jiva out of this material world and into Golok Vrindavan. So it is not any qualification but only mercy, causeless mercy, that one receives such knowledge. Brahmanda Brahmite Kono Bhagyavana Jeev Guru Krishna Prasade Paye Bhakti Lata Bij. Unlimited living entities are there in this material world, and it is only the jiva naturally keeps traveling between 84 lakh species of consciousness, and he keeps traveling across heavenly planets to earthly planets to hellish planets, and punarapi jananam punarapi punarapi maranam punarapi janani jathare shayanam iha sansare bahu dustare kripya pahi pare murare. So the jiva, as he travels through these different species, he is actually simply taking birth and death, and he simply suffers the cycle of birth and death in different wombs of different mothers, not realizing what is his true benefit, true goal of life. But Kono Bhagyavan Jeev, some very fortunate jiva, he comes in touch with a guru, a transcendentalist like Narad Muni, and he gets this divine knowledge. Srila Prabhupada has opened this fortune for the whole world by writing his Transcendental Bhaktivedanta purports, and by distributing his books, we are reaching out this fortune to many more. So this is a very, very important mission of delivering all the jivas from the predicament of suffering in this material world, which they don't even know. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur would say, Krishna consciousness is so wonderful that it relieves one from the misconception of trying to enjoy in this material world. The jiva thinks that somehow or the other I have to make a plan by which I can enjoy in this material world. So most of the people who are vikarmis in this world today, unlike the Vedic age, vikarmi means one who does all types of hedonistic activities also. He does not care for the God's injunctions, and he simply wants to enjoy. Just enjoy, do it, just do it. No, who cares what's there? No, let's eat, drink and be merry. Enjoy, bhul jao. No. So they are having all types of sinful activities, and that is causing them much more aggravated suffering in the long run. And even in trying to do those sinful activities, they inflict misery over one another so many ways. So that is most of the world today, the vikarmis. Here what Prachina Varishad is talking is actually a very elevated talk, because he is not like a vikarmi, he is a karmi. In the dictionary, when karmi word is actually being used, karmi means those who are following karma kanda. But 99% of this world today does not know what is karma kanda also. They have some remnants of karma kanda in India, and rest of the world Hare Krishna. There is nothing called Karma Kanda. No? So, of course, sometimes even in the other religions where they talk about do good, be good, or trying to elevate oneself to heavenly planets, so that has a resemblance to Karma Kanda. So that way, yeah, Karma Kanda does exist. So most of the people are caught up either in Vikarmi life or into Karma Kanda. So here Prachina Parishad is having the realization, although he's still caught up in Karma Kanda, but he is knowing that this is not going to solve his problem of life. The real problem of life is that I'm in the cycle of birth and death, caught up every day, every life I just take new mother, father, and wife and children, and then try to enjoy with them. And then one not so fine day, one is extricated from that body and put another body, and then one tries to enjoy that body. So what is this useless way of trying to enjoy? All one's plans are, destroyed by material nature. There's a very powerful verse which Rishabdev says, and Srila Prabhupada often would quote that verse. Parabhavastavad abodha jato yavanna jigyasata atmatattvam yavat kriyastavadidam mano vai karmatmakam yena sharira bandha. He says parabhavas. Parabhavas means defeat. So material nature is every time defeating the plans of the materialists to try to enjoy. Parabhavas tavat abodha jata, because they are in ignorance. They don't know what is actually their real hita, what is their real benefit. No, nate swarth gatim hi Vishnu. No? So durashayaye bahirarthamanana. They consider only external accomplishments in this world, false shelters of this world in bank balance and bodily pleasures or family and all as the ultimate shelter, but actually it just gets lost in no time. In the Bhagavatam it says, Atma Sanyatsa Asatswapi. These are all fallible soldiers, Prabhupada says. Fallible soldiers. They all fall apart at the time of death. So Yavan na jigyasata Atma Tattvam. So he does not inquire about Atma Tattva. And because of that, he does not ever know what is the real goal of life. When Srila Prabhupada went to MIT college, not MIT Maharashtra Institute, but MIT means Massachusetts Institute of Technology. So it is one of the Ivy League universities. And he asked, so you have so many departments of knowledge. Where is the department of knowledge which inquires about what happens after death? No. Then they thought, no department. There's no department for that. So they are not inquiring about the real problem of life. They are simply trying to solve useless problems of life. Like, there is one person who has given a thesis on how to increase the time duration on which of the bubble. When you are in the bathtub, of course we are in India, we don't use bathtubs, but one fellow has told how you can be in the bathtub and the bubble will remain on your body for a long time, and on that he has written a PhD thesis. So how the bubble will remain on the skin, so one will feel the soft touch of the bubble. But these people are inquiring. What a foolish idea, All the bubbles will burst and your body will also burst as a bubble only. So when the jiva does not understand what is the real goal of life, he makes all foolish, crazy ideas practically, right? Crazy ideas. So first, in the Vedic culture, we had a simple understanding that we are here for purification of life. So everyone would come for Ram Lila Katha, everything. They had an idea that we have to come, we are not here for enjoying material life. Actually, we have to get out of material life. So they were always trying to hear the Ram Katha. Now, actually, when I was a child also, in every, every colony there was some Ram Katha going on. And when TV came, TV did not come because all these nonsense TV channels. Because Ram Katha came, Ramayana came, that is why India got TV. Even in the slums also people purchased TV because they wanted to hear Ram Lila. They had Atma Tattvam Jigyasa. Jivasya Tattva Jigyasa. They knew material life is miserable. But after the TV came, Ramayana came. Now Ramayana has gone into some background and all ETV, ZTV, PTV, MTV, all stuff, nonsense has come. And that nonsense is bombarding the senses with sense gratificatory plans. And that makes the jiva forget the real goal of life. And they're committing all types of sinful activities for which they will have to suffer millions of lifetimes in hellish planets. And when they come back to this earth, it is not that they will get immediate understanding that we have to go back to Godhead. Still, the person is caught up in, then at most he thinks that maybe I can do some piety instead of sinful activity. So one is locked up in this material world for practically, you know, unlimited time. That is why the word used is Nitya Baddha. Nitya Baddha does not mean that the jiva has to be remaining here only. Nitya Baddha means that for time immemorial, one has just remained in the cycle of birth and death. So when Vyasadev wrote this, let me complete this point. Yavat kriyas tavat idam manovai karmatmakam. So karmatmakam means when the mind is colored by the karma. Karmatmakam means it is colored by fruitive activities. Somehow I have to enjoy. That is why Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur is saying that it is such a great relief, because we come to know that we don't have to enjoy this world, rather we have to serve Krishna. That misconception has to get removed, that somehow I have to enjoy in this world. Now someone may say that, how can you say that we should not enjoy? Our life's goal is to enjoy. And even the Vedanta Sutra says, Anandamayo Abhyasat. So it is the natural propensity of the soul to enjoy. So it is correct. But he has got a misconception of that he will enjoy in this world. Actually, he should enjoy in spiritual world by serving Krishna. Then he gets real enjoyment. Once Srila Prabhupada was asked by one hippie that what is it like in spiritual world? So Prabhupada thought, what should I tell? If I tell about Radha Krishna and all that, there's nothing for him, he cannot understand anything. So he said, spiritual world is an ocean of LSD. Ocean of LSD. LSD is one of the drugs you may not be knowing. So LSD is a drug. So for this jiva, his ultimate conception of happiness is LSD. And if you can get an ocean of LSD, jai. I'm going there. I'm heading for the spiritual. What do I have to do? Okay, chant Hare Krishna. Then I'm going to spiritual world and I'm jumping into that ocean. Jai. So that way, Srila Prabhupada was trying to teach the jiva what is spiritual world in accordance with his mentality. And he's not cheating the jiva actually. Because the jiva is eager for happiness and he just knows happiness definition is LSD. But when he goes to the spiritual world, he will get really an ocean of LSD. Because Krishna consciousness is so intoxicating that LSD does not have any standing in front of that. So that way, yes. So one understands that this karmatmakam, the desire to enjoy, is very, very strong in the jiva. And unless he gets out of this misconception, he cannot actually come to the reality that actually I have to inquire about the Supreme. Athato Brahma Jigyasa. So here Prachina Varishad is quite fortunate that he has got that realization that I should inquire about the Supreme. I should inquire about something higher, not just get caught up, which is very rare. Most of the world is not going to inquire also. Even if you tell, they say, I'm not interested. Most people are not interested. They say, I'm very busy. Or he says, I'm very tense. You are giving Bhagavad Gita. He says, I'm very tense right now. I don't have any time. Oh, you have tension? You have this source of happiness. I don't have time to read this book. Sir, I'm giving you the medicine for attention. No, I don't have time. He has no time to get the solution for what he's tense about. So he's just caught up in the cycle of birth and death, in the unlimited miseries of this world. Because Prabhupada writes in one place that they have a grand illusion that working hard in this world. I think yesterday only Prabhuji was reading, Anandmaya Prabhu was reading, that he has a grand illusion that this working hard itself is the happiness. Dekho kitna mehnat se kamaya maine. I worked very hard. I am maintaining my family. So it is a very grand illusion actually he is in. So most of the world is vikarmi, and then there are karmis, and then there are jnanis, yogis, and then there are bhaktas. So bhakta is a very, very rare species who has understood a real problem, and he has got the real solution also. So most vikarmis, how they are trying to solve the problem? They are trying to make better and better sinful plans to enjoy in this world. You know, they want to conquer our life and death. So in the Vedic times, there was Hiranyakashipu and Ravana, who are doing all types of nonsense to enjoy in a sinful way. They also wanted unlimited life. So nowadays, like recently, one devotee sent me one article, death of death, death of death. So some fellow is proclaiming that by 1945, sorry, 2045, 2000, yeah, 2045, we will become deathless. Wow, new Hiranyakashipu, some, you know, he is saying, I am making some technology which if I insert in the body, then I will become deathless. So this fellow is like, अभी नया नया मुल्ला जोर से चिल्लाता है ना. Yeah. So he does not know that we cannot conquer the cycle of birth and death without first of all knowing that we are eternal only. We are soul. We are not this body. He wants to make the existence in this body only eternal. So this pathetic body he wants to live eternally in. Like imagine someone says, I want to live in the stool pit for eternal time. It's a very pathetic proposal, right? So this body is a stool pit, mucus, bile, air, all nasty substances. He wants to make his life in this metal body only eternal. What a nonsense proposal actually. But that is not nonsense for them. It's all life, what is life meant for, because he cannot think beyond this body. Let me enjoy. Because the desire of the jiva to enjoy is natural. The desire of the jiva to be eternal is natural. So, Sat Chit Ananda, that is his natural propensity and that is the soul. But he does not know Atma Tattva, so he thinks, I have to make this body only Sat Chit Ananda. Sorry, that is never going to happen. This is Asat, Achit, Nirananda. And in trying to do that, some foolish fellows like these, like Hiranyakashipu or mini Hiranyakashipu is the modern fellow, he is trying to make a plan in the sinful way, trying to cut across the material nature's laws, breaking the laws, and then trying to do this. And he will suffer more and more. Like, Walt Disney, one who owns that Walt Disney stuff. So, Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse and all that. So, when he was going to die, he had billions of dollars. He said, you store my body in one place in cold storage so that this body is not spoiled. And when you are able to make that formula by which you can bring life back to body, then please insert that formula in this body and then I will come back to life, See, he wants to stay in the same body. But now this fellow has gone already, He must have become some mouse because he made Mickey Mouse. So Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. So he must be roaming around as a chuha or a billy or a duck, something, He does not know Atma Tattva, so he's just busy trying to make this life only a happy one. He does not understand what is life. So real life is not known, then the jiva just tries to make some foolish proposals actually. And like this, all the people are working hard to somehow or the other make this world a happy place. Let's make things better. But our formula is let's make people better. So we have to make first of all the jiva understand what is real happiness. He does not know that. So of course this section which we are talking is not talking about vikarmis. It's talking about karmis. So that is also very important to talk about in the especially Indian scenario, because many people, those who are, either, see, the modern generation has nothing to do with this karma kanda, They just say, like once Radheshampu was talking to me a lot about the smarta brahmanas. So I said, Prabhuji, actually, maybe you have seen a lot of smarta brahmanas. I have only seen sense gratifiers, Prabhuji. My generation, it's not like smarta, they have any smarta tendencies. They have only desire to enjoy this world. Jo bhi karne ka karo, bas maja karo, So hardly there are smarta fellows in the modern generation, They just want to enjoy life. So hardly we have to talk about it. But if we talk about, the generation which was like our parents or someone, so many of them are caught up still in karmkanda kind of activities. They think, देखो हर मंगलवार को मंदिर जाना चाहिए, नारियल फोड़ना चाहिए, We should do something very nice, देखो भगवान को माथा टेक के आना चाहिए, So they are very ritualistically pakka in their religious activities, but they don't have any essence of life. So they are busy in karmkandic activities. So they are busy in rituals. They also, actually, modern karmkanda followers also, they have become somewhat westernized only. They don't have full idea of like the heavenly planets, and they don't believe in Lord Ram properly also. Although they have a nice pious entertainment by seeing Ramayana, it's a pious entertainment only. Oh, अच्छा लगता है. And what do they see in Ramayana usually is, they only want to see the Maryada Purushottam side, where they see that the Lord has shown what is an ideal husband, ideal king, but they hardly remember that he's Purushottama, and I should actually worship that Purushottama. And I should go, where is that Purushottama? Where is Lord Ram? If you ask these people, you are worshipping Lord Ram, where is Lord Ram right now doing his Leela? Is he having an eternal abode? They will say, I don't know, Atma Paramatma mein leen ho jati hai, no? That means what? They don't even believe in Lord Ram. If Lord Ram exists, Lakshman exists, Ayodhya exists, eternally there is a spiritual abode, why are you hankering to just be an ideal person in this world? Why don't you go back to that spiritual world? So that spiritual world they don't talk about. They have no clue about the spiritual world. Nitya Dham. See, Lord Ram sent Jatayu back to Vaikunta. साफ साफ बताया गया है. तो किसी को सोचना चाहिए ना, वैकुंठ कैसे जाना चाहिए? Someone should consider that idea, na? How to go back to Vaikunta. But for that line they will delete, That does not register in their mind. बाकी सब देखो कैसे one brother should serve the other brother, how the wife should serve the husband. All that they will catch the formula. They will not catch this idea, right? They will not catch. See, they have a very lopsided idea. Like they are saying brother is serving a brother. But brother has left his wife to serve his brother. So it's the idea that we should leave our wives and serve the brother, go to serve the brother. Is that the idea? They are not serving brother. They are serving Lord Ram. All the Ramayana, the Ayodhya Vasis, actually they are centered around Lord Ram and Mother Sita. When Lord Ram and Mother Sita left, Lakshman left, Ayodhya Vasis left, they said, if Lord is not there, then we are not coming here. They were not attached to the Maryada side of him. He is the Purushottama personality. And he is ideal also. He is setting a good example for the world. But that does not mean we don't take the other transcendental aspects of Ramayana. So, but the Karmkandi fellow will only take the अच्छा करो, अच्छे से बोलो, सब अच्छे से रहो, बस देखो माँ पिताजी की बात मानी ना उसने, Dashrath Maharaj की बात he was hearing, na? He was hearing Dashrath Maharaj. So we should also follow the father. And if the father is a rascal, then still you should follow the father. But Dashrath Maharaj was a pure devotee of Lord Ram. See, if you think Dashrath Maharaj and Kaushalya, everyone was crying for their separation from Lord Ram. Was anyone pacifying Urmila and Sumitra? No one was pacifying. They only took the role of a servant. That we are serving Lord Ram, we are serving Mother Sita. When Lord Ram told Lakshman that you go and ask Sumitra for permission because she is your mother, you should ask her. So Sumitra said, why have you come here? First of all, Lakshman didn't want to go because he was serving Lord Ram. But he went to Sumitra and Sumitra said, why have you come here? Your mother and father are Lord Ram and Sita. You should serve them. Oh, well, मैं भी वही सोच रहा था. I was also thinking this only. But because Lord Ram ordered, I have come to you, Yeah. See, this is the conception of their family life, where Lord Ram and Mother Sita is the center of existence. Not brother and brother's wife. So when we see transcendence, then we can see the right conclusions. Otherwise, we cannot make wrong conclusion that you leave the wife and go to serve the brother. So Ramayana cannot be understood without transcendence. But people make their own versions because they want to see Karmkanda only. So in Karmkanda, people worry about a lot of how to be good and do good also, which is actually not exactly the Karmkanda fully. It is only the morality side. But the religiosity side of Karmkanda talks about doing yajna and all to go to heavenly planets to, if you do this dharma, then you will, go to the heavenly planets. So that people don't talk about so much. Today people talk about morality only, more or less. Right? So the religiosity where people should do the dharma for the purpose of elevation of their consciousness and getting out of the... See, those who know religiosity, they also know Atma. They know Atma. And they want to go to heavenly planet means they know transmigration of the soul. But today no one knows about the transmigration of soul. They just think what? बस अच्छा करो, साथ में रहो, शांति से जियो और मिट्टी में मिल जाओ बाद में, They don't have any clue about life actually. The Atma Tattva is not known. So In the Vedic culture, people were talking about that we should do good so that we do dharma and we get piety to go to the higher planets. But going to higher planet idea is not there today. So even in the Karmi, there is a in between category between Vikarmi and Karmi, whatever you call it, who just are catching some moral principles from the Veda rather than catching the religious principles where they should elevate their existence to a higher planet. But even if someone goes to higher planet, that is also going to be simply Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravartino Arjuna. So the person in the Brahma Lok to the Patalok, everyone is a mortal only. And Shine Punne Martya Lokam Vishanti. It is only like a picnic spot. You have some money, you go to, I don't know which is a picnic spot here. No. When I'm in Pune, I say Lonavala. So you go to a picnic spot and then the money is over, you enjoy it for a weekend, then you come back, money is over. Shine Punne. Punne is the money bank balance for going to heavenly planet. Punne over, come back. So that is what most of the people in the Vedic culture were caught in. They were also not so much aware of transcendence like we are right now. Can you imagine? Actually, transcendence is a very rare commodity even in the Vedic culture. Most of the Vedic people were also caught up in Karma Kanda only. That is why Krishna had to tell Traigunya Vishaya Veda Naistraigunya Bhavarjuna. Oh Arjun, do not get caught up in the three gunas which are talked, most of the Vedas are talking about. Naistraigunya Bhavarjuna. Rise above these three gunas. Ya Imam Pushpitam Vacham. These flowery words of the Vedas will catch you. Rise above these flowery words of the Vedas which talk about the Karma Kanda. Don't get caught up in Karma Kanda. Do something better. So most of the Vedic culture also was caught up maximum in, okay, we'll go to heavenly planets. Uska swargvas ho gaya. Today, people just tell it, like, unka swargvas ho gaya. Kiska swargvas hone wala hai aaj? No one is going to swarga. Everyone is, we should write, the default sentence should be, uska narkvas ho gaya, Who is doing activities which will bring him to swarga? No one is doing, hardly anyone. So, most of the people are going for a good, grand time in Narka only. So, Swargavas is a very rare commodity today. But even if we talk about the Vedic times, like here Prachina Bharishad is saying, so he is understanding that this is also not the ultimate goal. Because again and again just roaming in this cycle of birth and death, what is the big idea, This is nonsense. So when Parikshit Maharaj was also asked, not Parikshit Maharaj was asked, sorry, Parikshit Maharaj asked, after hellish planet description, he asked Shukdev Goswami that how will the jivas get delivered from these hellish planets? So he took a test of Parikshit Maharaj. And that is a very important thing to understand for this whole section also. He said that first he told that one should do paschatap. One should do a atonement for all the papa. Then he will be freed. Pap vimochan. So okay, pap vimochan se kya hoga? So then he will be able to get free from the sinful reaction. Then he will not go to hellish planet. Parikshit Maharaj said, sorry, this is not going to help. Your formula is not good. Why, sir? Because once he gets freed from the papa, he again goes and do the same papa. And that is very popular today. Every Friday or Sunday, whatever, the jiva comes on some temple or a church and he says, please forgive me for my sin. Either before Jesus or before the Lord, or sometimes people go to Ganga bath, Bechari Ganga Maiya, Ganga Maiya is only to take all the sin, So like that they go, and after you sare paap dhul gaye, abhi jaake paap karte hain, So he said that because there is a desire to enjoy and they have a sinful proclivity, they will again go back to sinful activity. So what is the use of this program? This is Manne Kunjara Shauchavat. It is like an elephant bath. Go for a bath, come back, put mud again. What is this nonsense? So give a better formula. Then he went to Jnana Kanda. He said, Tapasa Brahmacharyena, he told that verse. And he said, one should rise to the platform of knowledge, where he knows what is right, what is wrong. That will be like, cutting burning the grass from the top, burning the plant from the top. So he said that is a solution, because once you know what is right, what is wrong, then you will not do the wrong. Parikshit Maharaj said, sorry sir, this is not also enough. Why? Because this is like burning the grass from the top. The root still remains, and again the plant will come back. Why? What is the root? The root cause of trying to do the wrong activity is that one wants to enjoy. Unless the desire to enjoy goes away, or the enjoyment desire is satisfied, he will not be happy. He will not be able to give up the activity, fruitive activity. That is why Gyan kind of fellows also will again fall back to activity. Prabhupada talks it very times that person aruya krichena parampadam tada patantyada anadrita yushmadangraya. Because he has not attained the lotus feet of Krishna, he again falls back to do activities in this world. Sorry sir, this will also not help, because you have not given a positive alternative for enjoying. So you are giving only an idea that this is wrong, so mat karo. How many people in this world know what is wrong? Actually, many people know. In India, many people, and in the Paramatma also gives a signal to everyone. This is very wrong. But when the Paramatma gives signal, still the desire is so strong that one is impelled to do it. Arjuna asked also this question. I know what is right and wrong, but still, as if by force, I am doing sinful activity. And then Krishna says, Kama esha, Krodha esha. This is Kama, because of which one has to do it. So how the Kama will get washed away? Because the root of trying to enjoy is not getting uprooted. So then what he said? Then Shukdev Goswami said, they should take to Bhakti Yoga program. Because Bhakti Yoga gives positive enjoyment in the spiritual world. And that enjoyment satisfies the jiva's desire to enjoy. Because he is satisfied in service to Krishna, that gives a complete solution. So that is like actually Niharam Iva Bhaskara, like sun finishes the whole fog, then no more the fog comes. So that is the real solution. And that is what is coming in the story, case study as Ajamil after that. Where Ajamil, see, Yamaraj, Yamdutas, no, they knew Karmkanda. They knew Karmkanda and they said, Hare, itna paap kiya usne, he had done so much paap, he has to suffer only, But they did not know this Bhakti Yoga idea, Ek Narayan ka naam lene se sab ho jata hai, So they did not know that idea. And the holy name of the Lord delivered Ajamil and actually took him to the further journey to purify his existence to go back to Godhead eventually. So this is actually the real solution. And Srila Prabhupada and all the acharyas like here Narad Muni are going to give the real solution of life, of Bhakti Yoga. And without that, there is no solution. Jnanis are not happy. Jnanis are also sad. Because if you see the Vedic scriptures, there are examples of Jnanis becoming devotees. Perfected Jnanis. Perfected Jnanis like Shukdev Goswami and Chatush Kumaras. So they became devotees, right? But there is not one single example in the entire Vedic scripture where some perfected devotee ever took to the Jnana path. That means this is the highest. After you attain the highest, you don't want anything lesser. So, karmis have become jnanis, jnanis have become devotees, but no devotee has ever come back to the other plans. So, that is the highest program. So, that satisfies the soul completely. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshajay ahetukiya pratihata yayatma suprasidati. It satisfies the soul completely. Suprasidati. Ahetuki apratihata bhakti. Krishna consciousness is so ahetuki. Here the jiva is caught up in trying to enjoy himself. But bhakti is so pure. See, jnanis are also self-centric only. Karmis are self-centric. Vikarmis are super self-centric. And jnanis and yogis also want to attain nirvana, want to get moksha. So all this dharma, kam, moksha, all are actually self-centered. That is why Vyasadeva was chastised by Narad Muni that you did not give the real solution. You have to tell the real thing, which is Bhakti Yoga. Now, then Bhagavatam came out. Entire Veda talks about only Dharma, Kam, Moksha. But then, there are Upanishads which no one can understand much in Kali Yuga. So, he had to give Bhagavatam, which gives the real essence of Bhakti Yoga very clearly, sufficiently, exclusively that only. So, this is the program. So, Bhakti Yoga satisfies so purely, so selfless. The Jiva becomes selfless also. And he gets completely satisfied also. If we see the example of, when Daruk was fanning the Lord, so he was fanning the Lord and he was getting tears out of ecstasy of fanning the Lord. That means this ecstasy is out of seva, But that ecstasy is not letting him Sir, do the seva. So he is cursing the tears also. He is saying, what is this? I don't want this ecstasy. It is not allowing me to serve Krishna. That means he has become so selfless in serving Krishna that the enjoyment that he gets in the service to Krishna, he rejects that also because he wants seva. Can you imagine? That means service to Krishna is so intoxicating. Someone may say that I serve Krishna so you will enjoy. If you serve Krishna, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. So if you want to become happy, chant Hare Krishna. But after you chant Hare Krishna, you become so selfless that you don't want to be happy. You only want to make Krishna happy. But that brings so much happiness to you. That is a byproduct. It is not like the main goal of the jiva. You know, he is ahetukiya pratiyata. He is completely selfless. He simply wants to satisfy the Lord. And as a byproduct, he gets happiness. And that also he rejects if it does not allow him to serve Krishna. It is so intoxicating. Service to Krishna. He is feeling so much enjoyment that he rejects the enjoyment. You know, so much happiness is coming. We can't understand that. No? He is getting so much enjoyment that he is feeling so happy to serve Krishna that he does not want to be happy only. No? He says, happiness ko baad mein jaye. No? I want to serve Krishna. Amazing, no? This is high class. And one more superlative is gopis. When Narad Muni was told by Krishna in Dwarka, I have got headache. And the only solution for this headache is, give me the dust of the lotus feet of some Vaishnava. So he went all over the planets and he asked many sages. They said, what? You are saying, how can we give our feet's dust for the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Sorry, sir. No. Everything okay, but not this. For the Lord, I can't do this. I'll go to hell. Then at the end, he went to gopis. And he went to the gopis and he told that actually Krishna has got headache. Really? So what can we do? He is asking for your dust of the feet. You just give the dust of the feet. Immediately gopis started digging more and more dust and giving, Narad Muni, please stay, please stay. What are you saying? Narad Muni asked, what are you doing? Do you know what will happen? Do you know who is Krishna? You will go to hell for eternal time for this. So much dust you are giving of yours. They told, for a moment's headache of Krishna, if for eternal time we have to reside in hell, we are ready for it. No? So what is that selflessness of bhakti? We can't even conceive of. In contrast, the jiva is caught up ki either bhog karunga ya America mein bhog karun. Let me do some enjoyment here or in America, or if not America, heavenly planet, somewhere or the other, let me enjoy. See, Vikarmi fellows are, Prabhupada tells one story of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. One fellow was asked by a Brahmana who was very pious. He said, Dekho, agar sharab piyoge, if you drink liquor, you will have to go to hell. Really? But this bhai also, this Surasen is also drinking liquor. Okay. He will also go to hell. Oh, really? But my brother, this father also drinks liquor. He will also go to hell. Oh, and prostitute is also drinking liquor. Oh, she will also go to hell. Oh, really? So she will also be in hell. And I will be also in hell. And liquor will also be there. So then what is the problem? I can be in hell, no problem. No? So Vikarmis have no problem in going to hell because they have, idhar bhi maja aayega. What is the problem? If as a dog also I can enjoy sex, no problem. I can become dog also. What is the problem? So they don't understand what is problem. But the Karmi fellow is caught up in ki idhar to varna America, varna heavenly planet. But all that is useless. It's all selfish. It's all selfish. There is no real substance. The jiva is not having any clue what is happiness for him. He's just like a drunkard, When a drunkard is lying in the gutter, he thinks, if you slap him, Uto, get up. He says, Kyo? Hey. Are you suffering? Hey, who said I am suffering? I am enjoying, So he is so intoxicated in suffering. He is lying in the gutter, his whole body is dirty. He is suffering like anything, either bloodshot. God knows what should be done for him. He needs a de-addiction program, but he is so caught up in that intoxication that he can't even realize that he is intoxicated. He can't realize he is suffering badly. So only a jiva who is in the higher modes can understand he is suffering. Similarly, the Supreme Lord and the pure devotees of the Lord, they know that the jiva is suffering in trying to enjoy this matter world. Whether sattva, rajas, tamas, it's all suffering only. And Prabhupada gives a very powerful, simple example. He said, which shackles you would like to be bound by? Would you like to have iron shackles, silver shackles, or gold shackles? Which shackles are good for? What you would like to be bound by? So some foolish fellow will say, gold shackles, gold mil raha hai. Arey, you don't want to be bound only, what you are saying. Similarly, Prabhupada used to give the example of A class jail, B class jail and C class jail. Which jail you would like to be in? A class, thoda AC वगैरह मिलेगा, अरे jail है भाई. It's a jail. Why do you want to be in the jail? So this matter world is a jail. Durga is the in charge of this jail. Durga means the fort. Durga means, Dur means difficult, Ga means to go. So it is very difficult to go out of this fort, because so fort is like that only. There are high walls of the fort. So most jivas don't want to go out only. You see, if someone tries to get out of this fort, then imagine all the fellows are sleeping in the fort. Khota nidra jayo maya pisachire kole, jiva jago. Most fellows are sleeping. One fellow tries to get out, all the police is on him, spotlight. So, and once he crosses all the other doors and all, but he has a big wall at the end of the fort. How will he climb that wall? And not only that, after that wall, comes a moat. What is a moat? It's a water body all around the fort. And in that, there are man-eating crocodiles. Imagine he jumps from the wall, he will become a lunch for the crocodiles. So that is what actually happens. One tries to get out also, he lands in Brahman only. He gets eaten away, finish. So it is called spiritual suicide. So most jivas are not desiring to get out only. Are chodo, itna mehnat kaun karega? Thoda patthar thod ke, let me enjoy in this world only. This is the jail that they want to be. So in this there are some different jails, A, B, C class. So these are all just useless actually. So Prabhupada made it very, very graphically clear that what all types of enjoyment we're trying to do is simply nonsense. Actually, people want to enjoy sex unlimitedly. That is available in the heavenly planet. He does not have to use contraceptive also. And people want to live a very long life. That is available in the heavenly planet. People want fragrant bodies. That is why they are putting deodorant. That is available in the heavenly planet. So all whatever they are planning by making nonsense, sinful ways of working, that is available naturally in the heavenly planet. But the heavenly planet is also, yesterday we were reading from Prabodhanand Saraswati Thakur that, it is Akasha Pushpayate. The pleasures of the heavenly planets are like will of the wisp or the flowers of the sky. There is no flower in the sky. And Krishna tells even another analogy from Prabhupada only, Ghoda Dimba, horse's egg. So, how many of you seen a horse's egg? So, there is no horse's egg. Horse does not lay egg, but it is there. The person is imagining pleasure. So, the sensual nature of pleasure, the sensual pleasures have a nature that it just covers the jiva and he thinks it is amazing. That is why heavenly people are thinking, when we will get into Bharat Varsha? Because heavenly planets are so intoxicating. It is Ati Indriya Utsavat. There is too much enjoyment there, so they are not able to think of Krishna, although they know that they should think of Krishna. They are knowing Krishna, they remember Krishna, but they can't think of getting out of this world. So when they come to this Bharat Varsha, we are all sitting in Bharat Varsha, this is actually a place of tapasya. People can very easily do tapasya. You are all sitting on the ground. It's not easy, In the modern situation, it's not so easy. So, sitting on the ground, you will see in the railway station, people sit on the floor also, So, India is a place of tapasya. Bharatvarsha is for tapasya. So, we can perfect our life by using this body which is made for tapasya in the Bharatvarsha for elevating our consciousness as per the dictates of the great souls. So, here he is saying that he got the benefit of meeting Narada Muni. So, in the third canto, when Devahuti got to meet Kardama Muni, later she says, I got solidly cheated by Maya Devi. Why? Because although I got a great soul, I did not take benefit of the great soul for transcendental purpose. I only got a great Vimana to fly in, enjoy many pleasures of this world. I made a mess out of my life by not taking the transcendental benefit of a transcendental personality. Similarly, we may come to even ISKCON movement, but if we look for material pleasures in ISKCON movement, then we will not be able to catch the real USP, the unique selling point of ISKCON, which is transcendence. Like people say, Prabhuji, I am doing so much for Krishna. Why Krishna is not giving me placement, Why is he not giving me Nakari, So Krishna is not here to give you placement here. He is going to give you placement there. Training here, placement there. No? So we should not look for all material pleasures in this world through Krishna also. Actually, sometimes ordinary pious fellows are little more humble. Sometimes they say that हमारे कर्म फूटे थे, we had very bad karma. That is why we are suffering. But devotee think, I am devotee. Why Krishna is doing this with me? So devotee has some foolish pride of thinking that I should at least deserve some good life. Krishna is not promising good life in this world. Dukhalayam remains same point. Krishna does not change the Bhagavad Gita for a devotee. This place is Dukhalayam. If he says it is Sukhalayam, then what will happen? Then we will think, Abhi to maja aa raha hai, we will stay here only. So Krishna is saying, get out. Krishna is not promising. When Arjun said, I am suffering, he said, Matra sparshastha konteya. Just tolerate. Titikshvaka. Just tolerate. He didn't give Arjun that because you are my devotee, I will make this world a better place. Sorry, sir. You have to tolerate only the suffering. So when we come to devotional service, we should not ask for relief from suffering and enjoyment or happiness in this world. So relief from suffering means we are going to get some suffering, and that is okay. Some suffering will come, and we should use that to understand this world is not a good place to stay in. And if we will get some enjoyment or we will not get some enjoyment, all that whatever Krishna wants, then we are properly situated. Otherwise it is 7th and 8th offense against the holy name. When we want Papa Vimochan by chanting Hare Krishna, that is the 7th offense. And when we want Punya to come out of the program of chanting Hare Krishna, that is 8th offense. Punya gives happiness in this world. So if you want material happiness from Krishna, then Krishna will say, why did you take to the bhakti process? His Holiness Anant Krishna Das Goswami Maharaj had come to Pune. He was giving a very beautiful example. This example is there that when the lion roars, then all the small animals run away. Similarly, when holy name comes, then all the sinful things go away. So he was telling that one time one fellow had kept a tiger as his pet. So one fellow asked, क्यों रखा है? नहीं, चूहे को भगाने के लिए रखा है. अरे चूहे को भगाने के लिए टाइगर क्यों रखा है? बिल्ली काम आ सकती है ना. तो टाइगर का कुछ बेहतर फायदा कब उठाना चाहिए. Why you have kept a tiger for running away, driving away the rats? So same way, if someone uses holy name for giving taking off sinful reaction, so it is like keeping a tiger for driving away rats. वो तो अपने आप ही चला जाएगा. It is not requiring that. So tiger should be used for a better purpose. So we should know Krishna consciousness is going to give us the highest goal of selfless, loving, pure devotional service to Krishna. And that is what is Srila Prabhupada's goal. That this movement, let there be one movement which gives pure devotional service. Nothing less of pure devotional service. And if that is the idea, then we will actually experience what ISKCON is wanting to give, what Prabhupada wanted to give through these divine books. Srimad Bhagavatam is saying, Dharma projita kaitavatra. All the kaita dharma is thrown out. Why? Let us enjoy pure loving service to the Lord, who is so intoxicating that Daruk says, I don't want any enjoyment if it is coming at the cost of my service. So let us enjoy that loving service to the Supreme Lord. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, would you like to correct me, Prabhuji? Anyway, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, it's already time. I think we'll close. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.